Welcome back to Sienna's Hair World. Today is another hair video. So as you can see, I have these two bubble braids right now, but we're going to be taking that out with my rubber band cutter in just a few minutes. It is really close to my birthday. My birthday is July the 13th and today is July the 9th. So I have to get my hair done for my birthday. So I think it's gonna be like a bunch of like scalp braids in the front and then like a bunch of twists in the back. And today we're going to be using the Soft and Free products. Okay, so now I have my rubber band cutter. And I'm gonna use it to cut out these rubber bands. I'm gonna start from the end and work my way up. So I try not to cut my hair. I just pull a tiny piece from the rubber band and then cut it. Okay. I'll be back when I get all of these out. Okay, yeah, so here's my hair. Earlier today we washed it and we detangled it. That's what I meant to say. Okay guys, so here's the product I'm going to be using. The Soft and Free for natural hair flaxseed oil and rose water elongating gel. And then we have our Soft and Free for natural hair coconut and Jamaican black castor oils everyday curl refresher. We're going to use this at the very end. We have our spray bottle. Our jam. It's just called jam. And we also have our flaxseed oil and rose water Soft and Free curling mousse. We also have our clips, rat tail comb, brush. And that is it. And at the end, we're gonna top it off with a headband.
Alright guys, so here is Sienna's freshly washed hair. The back of her hair is going to be 2-strand twisted, and then we'll do like some tribal braids in the front. Her hair's still a little damp. I washed it before she went to cheer practice earlier today. So we're gonna just jump right into her 2-strand twists. And I'm actually gonna section the front off first for those tribal braids. So she kind of has a middle part. It's not all the way straight, but that's okay. I'm gonna fix that. I'm just gonna go ahead and give her a part directly across the middle of her head to leave that section for our braids. And so I'm just basically starting from the middle of her head and going about to the top of her ear, and same thing on the other side. Add a little bit of water because it's starting to dry and the curls are sticking together. As soon as her hair starts to dry, the curls get like really tight, and then it's hard to kind of pull them apart once they set. So that's pretty much what I want that part to look like. From here right there to the top of her ear. Alright, so I have my part across the middle of her head, going from this ear straight across all the way to the other side. So I'm going to twist the front part of her hair up out the way. Knot in here for now. This other side, twist on down and twist around. Alright, so we got the front of her hair twisted up, and now we're going to jump right into the back of her head. I'm going to spritz it down with some water because her hair is a lot easier to manage when it's wet. Still a little damp, but I like it a little bit wetter than what it's feeling right now. Alright, I'm hot right into these 2-strand twists. I'm going to start with a part going straight across the back. Brush these little curly kitchens back here. I don't want the comb to get caught on them. And I'm making about medium-sized twist. So that is the look I'm going for. Alright, check out our part. Clean this part up a little bit. Now some people are going to ask, why aren't you using the parting part of the comb? But I'm just more comfortable and more familiar with the end of the comb, so that's just the part that I prefer to work with.
And it feels good when she uses that comb.
Sienna says it feels good on her scalp.
I said it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt her head. Alright, so we have our first part. Straight enough. It doesn't have to be super straight, because once you have 2-strand twists, they kind of lose their parts after a few days. You can't really see the parts anymore. It's not like a braid. Alright, I'm going to twist this part out the way, and I'm going to split this back section into 3 pieces. And I always try to pre-part just so I know all of my pieces are going to be nice and even. Alright, so I'm going to be using this soft and free flaxseed and rose water mousse to do the 2-strand twist in the back. And basically I'm just squirting it on the entire piece of hair, making sure from the roots all the way down to the ends. Take the detangling brush, make sure we don't have any additional tangles. And then I started off with a plait and then go straight into the twist. When I plait it, I go down probably about 3 or 4 times before I start the twist. Now sometimes I won't plait it, but being that I know she's getting in the pool again this week, I want to have it a little more secure. Well, actually, wait a minute. No, it's you are if you go to camp Friday. Her birthday is Thursday, so she don't want to go to camp, what, the day before?
No.
Or the birthday?
My birthday and the day after.
Yeah, I don't know who she thinks she is, but
I think I should get some not good on those days.
what do y'all think? I mean, it ain't like camp is hard. Camp is fun.
Okay, but still, I don't want to spend. I'm not spending the day of my birthday and the day after my birthday.
She act like she got a whole lot of plans that's gonna be going on at home. Like, I really don't know what we're gonna be doing for her birthday, but
I just chill with family and go to family's houses. But I'm not having a party this year because I don't want a party.
yes, Yanni has had a birthday party every single year.
You didn't tell me that I couldn't have a party. I didn't.
Well, I wasn't going to be
I
giving
didn't
you
want
another
a
party.
I didn't want a party this year. But if I wanted one, you probably.
I would not have given you one this year.
Yes, you would. I know you would.
I'm not. I'm sealing the ends of this flaxseed gel just to have some curly ends at the bottom of the twist. Just add a little bit to my fingers, and then I'm putting it on and just turn the twist in the same direction that I just twisted it in. And once it dried, be a nice little springy curl at the end of her twist. All right, we're just gonna keep on moving on. While I'm doing this 2-strand twist, I'm kind of like taking the 2 pieces of hair and twisting them first and then overlapping the hair. So it's like a twist and turn to have them a little bit more tighter, a little bit more secure. Then add my gel to the ends of the hair again. Nice little springy curl. Keep on moving right along. Our mousse on from the roots all the way to the ends of the hair. Detangle. Alright, so our first row of 2-strand twists is completed. If you have, so I'm gonna do a few more rolls and I'll come back and update you on what it's looking like. I'm still working on row 3. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these 2-strand twists up, and I will come back and show you the final result of the 2-strand twists before we move on to the front for the tribal braids. Alright guys, all of the 2-strand twists are completed. They're looking so beautiful and shiny and juicy. And now we are going to move on to the front of her head for those tribal braids. Alright, so I'm just going to untwist this side. I missed it a little bit because it is completely dry now. Brush it out a little bit. These braids are going to kind of go diagonal on this side, and then I'll show you what we're going to do on the other side. I'm going to try to get this parted correctly. So I have this parted going up on a diagonal. So let me go ahead and twist this back out the way. Clip it like that. And for the front, I am going to use a little bit of the Let's Jam or the Shining Jam just at the front of these braids to kind of keep them held down and not all frizzy in the beginning of them. I don't want too much because I don't want a lot of product buildup in her hair, but just enough to make sure that I have all the little tiny hairs and the correct braid. And I'm just going to start here and then braid upward. Starting with 3 pieces, adding hair as I come up along the braid. Alright, so I'm at the base finish with that particular braid. I'm just going to braid it down about 2 or 3 times. And then I'm going to end it exactly how these are with the 2-strand twists. I'm going to add a little mousse to the ends. Here's my 3 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and separate that middle one into 2, just like that. Twist the hair before you start to do it. So twist and then fold it over. Twist and fold over. Keep being sure that you twist the hair first before you twist over to keep everything nice and tight. And again, once I get to the ends, add a little gel and twist in the same direction that the 2-strand twists. And just like that. You see it's starting to spring up already. Alright, so we're going to move on with our braids. About the same amount of thickness. Alright, now we are good to go. Make sure it's all detangled. Add our shine and jam to the front and to the sides. Make sure everything is brushed in nice and smooth. And all stray hairs are out of the way. Starting with my 3 pieces of hair and adding on as I go up along the braid. Now these are not tight, it's just sometimes a piece of hair may pull, but they definitely are not tight. Again, the key is trying to make sure that the hair stays detangled the entire way through the braid. Just gotta make sure your fingers glide throughout the hair. You don't have any big tangles. Alright, I'm at the base or the end of this particular braid. I'll go down about 2 or 3 more times and add my mousse on. Here's my 3 pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and split that middle one. Have my 2 pieces for my twist. Take it, twist the hair first, and then cross over. Twist the hair first, cross over. Twist and cross over. It really gives you like that rope effect once you look at the end twist. And if your end result after a few days is going to be a twist out, it's even going to give you a more defined look if you make sure that you twist the hair first before you twist over. And gel to the ends. Alright, so I have my 3 braids on this side. I am going to do the 3 braids on this side in just a moment, but I want to try to go ahead and create my zigzag part down the middle of her head before I continue on. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working off of this middle part. Try to get my zigzag as even as possible. Alright, so I have my zigzag down the middle there. I'm going to do 1 more braid going up. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 more braid and those 2 will be singles right there. Even this plait out, or this part out. Add a little jam. Make sure we got it on all sides. Making sure the hair stays detangled as you are braiding upwards. Tell Siani is not a scalp braids type girl, but she actually requested this style. I wouldn't normally do scalp braids on her hair. The only way I'll do them is if she specifically asks me for it, because you see how she's squirming, and I promise I'm going very loose. Alright, I'm at the base of her head, braid it down a few times, and we add our mousse. Separate that middle piece. Now I have my 2 pieces. Twist the hair and then twist it down. Twist and turn. Add my gel to the ends. Alright, for this last section up here, it's going to be like 2 little triangle twists. Separating it. Smooth this on out. Detangle. And do these ones exactly how we did the back. Making this one a little bit tighter just because of these short bangs up here. Again, we get to our middle piece. Separate it. Take our 2, twist and turn. Twist and turn. All the way down to the ends. I grab these little bang hairs a little bit tighter. Make sure they're all the way twisted in there. Our gel on the ends. Finish this last one on this side. Alright guys, so we have the right side of her head done. All the 2-strand twists in the back completed. Our side braids, and then our twist coming down in the fronts. And these can go either way. Put them up in a ponytail, however you wish. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the left side, and then I will come back and show you our finished results. Alright guys, so we are just about done. I went ahead and finished the braids on that side. The last thing I'm gonna do is just lay a few of these baby hairs, and then we will be all done. Alright, so just using that same jam that we already had in her head, and then just kind of a little swirl.
This is my final look. Final look. And my mom was about to add some beads in my head, but this is my final look without the beads.
We heard you loud and clear. Alright, turn around. Let's see it.
I just turned.
Okay, I didn't see you because you're so busy worrying about the final.
Yes, this is the final without
edges is laid.
beads.
I see your other side of your edges.
Oh, I just swiped it.
Girl. Alright, so I wanted to add a few beads to her hair. I think it just kind of sets the look off. She doesn't like it, which is perfectly fine, but I wanted to see how it looked, because sometimes I'll do it and then she's like, oh, that is cute. So
no, when have I ever liked beads above the age of 5?
You've been not a lot, but just a few.
It was probably one time, and that was the Valentine's Day.
Okay, so that's the instance right there. You like those beads. And she
that
was like, I don't want those beads. Keep running out of memory. I'm trying to finish this up really quick. Just a couple. I'm going to take a picture. And she's going to be like, oh, that is cute, mommy.
I'm going to say the sound is cute, but not the beads. I'm going to say the beads.
I'm going to see in just a second. Well, comment down below, guys. What do you guys think about the beads?
Don't ask them because
I'm just wondering what they think. Do y'all like it without the beads, or
it doesn't matter about
do y'all like it with the beads? I'm just wondering. So why you don't like beads?
Because I don't like them.
Alright.
Like you don't like stuff.
I got you. I understand. Alright guys, so we're back. It is the next day. So she wasn't feeling the beads, but she did say that she likes these little things right here. So I'm going to try and put these in without messing up the twist.
So we're really going to do
You want to be careful, because if you try to go up too hard, then it's going to unravel. See how this one is kind of unraveling already? So I'm not even going to put one on that one.
Or should I do 2 at a time?
I don't think you should do that. You don't want to mess up the twist.
That's too fast. So I'm going to do 2 at a time.
Yeah, you're right, because that one's going to be too loose.
Alright guys, here's the end of the video. Here's the finished product. Comment down below and let me know if you would do this style and if you liked it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Bye, Curlfriends!